my dick.
Who is going on the mic?
Oh shit.
It's Miss
I'm a
Ellie.
dance in my hands.
Hey y'all, hey y'all.
Hello guys, welcome back to Logo History. Now if you saw my community tab, I was gonna quit production on the Guild Home Video Logo History and focus on the PlayStation one. Now, I was going to scrap this episode as well because there's so many PlayStation logos out there, but this time I'm just gonna include most of them, the well-known ones. So this be excluding PlayStation TV and PlayStation X, so you won't be seeing them on here. Anyways, welcome back to Logo History. Like I said in the other posts, that I will be featuring videos in this episode. So let's say goodbye to the good old PNGs and JPEGs, because now we have MP4s and WEP. Yeah, maybe not that one, but still. Anyways, let's start with a brief history of PlayStation. The first PlayStation was made in 1994 due to some bad relationships with Nintendo and Sony. Sony went on to release their own PlayStation in 1994 until 1999 when it would be replaced with the PS2 in 2000. The PS1 was such a success that they made a slim version in 2000 along with the PS2, like I already said. This slim one also came with a screen, which was not included on the old versions of the consoles from 1994. But obviously, you could tell they're pretty big in this game, because the PS2 is one of the most best-selling consoles to date, and still is. They also went on to release the PS3, which sold around 87 million copies, and the PS4 and then PS5. They also released handhelds like the Pocket Station, PSP, and the PS Vita. Yeah, you could tell they're pretty big people. Anyways, now let's continue this video. Anyways, let's start this logo history with the PlayStation 1, 1994 to 2000. Honestly, this logo's pretty spooky, to be honest, in my opinion. Imagine it's like 4 or 3 a.m. And yes, it's still nighttime at this time. And you say, I want to play some video games. So you take your totally not pirated PS1 games that totally do have black on the bottom and start up the console. Until you hear this bass boosting into the entire home. Honestly, for the time, the graphics looks pretty good. Well, not by today's standards, but hey, it was Sony's first attempt at making a video game console, so I can't really blame them. Anyways, this logo is also kind of cool, and it also has some variants. Today we'll be looking at 2 of them. So first, here's the variant without a disc. And there's the personified fear variant. Also take note that this variant may spook some people out and get them uncomfortable feeling, I suppose. But still, here's the variant. I got you, didn't I? It's okay. Well, so, this logo, yeah, especially the variant of the quote-unquote personified fear, it's pretty spooky. There also is a Fearful Harmony variant, which I will not show because it's pretty time-consuming. So, yeah, let's move on to the PlayStation 2. Now, the PlayStation 2 was released in 2000 and is one of the most best-selling consoles ever. It's actually the #1 most best-selling. Anyways, 2000 to 2006. I mean, there could be lots of variants depending on how much data and how much time you play on your PlayStation 2. But I'm just gonna explain the two notable variants. There's a variant without a disc. And there's also the red screen of death. Also, take note that this is also another spooky and unnerving logo. So, be prepared. Nowadays, this logo is a bit tame in my opinion, and also I kind of like the animation a lot. Honestly, the only downside I have to this variant is why is everything just drifting? The background's drifting if you look closely, and much more other stuff is just drifting, but still. Anyways, let's go on to the PlayStation 3. Now, the PlayStation 3, like I said, sold around 87 million copies and is still a household video game console to this day. Lots of people play it, and it got discontinued in 2017. And take note that it was made in 2006. So this thing lasted 11 years! What? Yeah, let's just move on. 2006 to 2012. This is extremely hard to find because some PS3s didn't live up to 2023, sadly. So, if you have the fat model in particular, you may notice something bad. This will be the yellow light of death. There'll be you, the main character, turning on the PlayStation 3 until there's a yellow light for a split second, and then it's just blinking red. This will mean that your console is sadly at the end of its life cycle. And so this led up to the Slim. And I was almost going to say Super Slim because the Super Slim does exist. And it is much more newer than Slim. Now, I got one variant, just one, and that is the Slim variant. Thankfully, this was much more common to find due to these being produced much more than the fat models. Now, you may be noticed something. This sounds different. Well, that is because it does sound different. Now, here's a comparison of the original and the newer one, played at the same time. Psst, I edited the volume of both of the startups so you could truly hear the difference. Honestly, I grew up with the new variation of the logo because that was the first PlayStation I ever got. Also, I still have it. Here's some proof. Anyways, I kind of like the newer one too. I like the fanfare and the new logo. Because the old version, it basically just looks like the Spider-Man font. But still. Anyways, to the PlayStation 4. My favorite one. Now, I don't really specifically know how much the PS4 or how much units it sold, but I mean, I sure do know that everybody with a PlayStation 4 has Call of Duty Black Ops 3. But anyways, still, I kind of want a PS4 someday. Anyways, yeah, I know. Anyways, 2012 to the present. Anyways, I have one variant. Here's the variant without the welcome message. I honestly love the startup music for this console. It's really fun and exciting. It's also nice and beautiful like the PlayStation 3 startup. Unless you're talking about the PS2. Anyways, you know what this means. We're going on to the PlayStation 5. Oh yeah! Honestly, this logo doesn't really have any variants unless you're talking about the first startup, but I'm not going to show that because I don't consider that as a variant. Anyways, here is 2020 to the present. Honestly, the PS5 and the last two consoles honestly have beautiful startups. I like the music. The music is nice and calm instead of a bombastic whoom like Xbox does. But still, all these startups, they are really nice and calming. Other than the PS1 and PS2. I do not know what those guys are trying to do. Anyways, I don't have anything much to say other than I like this startup and I like the animation and the first few seconds sound like the PS1 startup. But anyways, yeah. Also, if you like my videos, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever I make a new upload, a new live stream, or a new premiere. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out and have a good rest of your day. Remember, you're special.